And the legend of the Phoenix. All ends with beginnings. What keeps the planet spinning? The force from the beginning. Love. We've come too far to give up who we are. So let's raise the bar and our cups to the stars. She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get some. She's up all night for good fun. I'm up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get some. We're up all night for good fun. We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to get lucky.
Let's meet the starting lineup for Orlando. The big man, 6 feet 10 inches, number 34, Wendell Carter. At the small forward position, 6 feet 7 inches, number 0, Anthony White. At the shooting guard position, at 6 foot 6 inches, number 3, Desmond Bain. Starting at the other guard, standing 6 foot 5, number 4, Jalen Suggs. At the other forward position, 6 feet 10 inches, number 5, Paolo Banchero. Your head coach is Jamal Mosley. Ladies and gentlemen, your Orlando starters.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Utah Jazz. We've got Lauri Markkanen. Yusuf Nurkic is out there with Jackson. Then there's George, and it's Bailey in a two-guard. And for Orlando, Banchero and Carter Jr. make up the front court. Suggs and Bain team up as the backcourt. And it's Black in at small forward. A significant amount of games behind us now. Rookies are definitely starting to feel it, Doris.
I mean, at this point, it's been almost twice the amount of games they played during a college season. Very hard to prepare rookies for that first run through an NBA schedule.
Here's Banchero. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
And this is why you must push Banchero out of the paint, or else he'll slam it all over you.
George passes to Jackson. Here's Bailey. Markkanen outside. Takes the three. Rebounded by Suggs. Always a nice way to start. Takes his first one.
You've got to be willing to get your shot blocked if you're a guard and you foray inside. Jalen Suggs, what a finish.
And so George will bring it up for the Jazz. 4-point game. Their last meeting was in Orlando, where they were unable to fight off the Magic.
Turnovers were the story of that game. It wasn't what I would call a disciplined performance.
Now here's Banchero. Oh, got that one up quick. Banchero's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Shooting off the catch or creating off the bounce, Banchero does both equally well.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Desmond Bain. That's his first foul.
Ref's calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
First quarter, just over a minute played. George peels it out a bit. Nurkic a screen on Suggs. George. It's good from the top of the key.
Wow, Keontae George flashing those handles. Nasty stuff.
For Orlando, they've gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. The three from Suggs. nails it from beyond the arc. Suggs has got 5.
Well, this is what you call hitting the ground running. 4 shots taken, 4 shots made.
It's Markkanen on the wing. There's the triple. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Little competitive spirit from Lauri Markkanen right there. Counters with his own 3.
The Magic have gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Well, the Jazz have traded away a lot of their veterans. All-star Lauri Markkanen still remains. After a down shooting season a year ago, perhaps he needs to build his value back up around the league before they would consider moving him.
He can heat up in a hurry. Appreciate the update. Thanks, Shams. George, good.
He dialed in from the jump tonight. The confidence is showing here in the first.
Here's Suggs. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
This is a demonstration of how dangerous Jalen Suggs can be when he decides to take it to the rack with strength. Woo-hoo-hoo.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Now here's Markkanen. 27 points his last game. And here's Bailey for 3. George outside. Markkanen with a screen on Suggs. For 3, George. Orlando with a rebound. They defeated Utah in their last game.
It was textbook rim protection in that game, taking real pride in shutting down the other team.
It was obvious. They pressured that team from the outset every trip down the floor. That will wear an opponent down over time.
And so it's George with it. He brings it up for Utah. They trail by 7. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing their last matchup with Orlando.
And it's not the result they were hoping for. But every game is a chance to learn and make adjustments.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it hurts a little more when you play well and fail to close out a game. That was one they should have won.
The Magic have gone a perfect 7 for 7. Here's Banchero. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson.
Oh, that's a great block. Jackson protecting the house.
Here's Markkanen. It's hauled in by Black. Orlando leading by 5. Here's Banchero. And it falls for him. He's hit 3 of his first 4 attempts.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. George against Carter. George passes to Nurkic. Now here's Markkanen. Pass to Jackson from behind the arc. He's off on that one. For Orlando, they've gone an impressive 8 of 9. Here's Banchero. Solid shot from a distance of about 14 feet. Banchero's got 8.
Yeah, this is a part of Banchero's game they'd like to develop here in the league.
Jazz trail by 9. George outside, inside, and the dunk by Jackson.
Boy, something so good about a perfectly placed lead pass. That is nice.
George against Suggs, driving to the basket, and he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Boy, Suggs gets up off his feet in a hurry, finishes that drive with authority.
For Utah, they've gotten 5 of 11 shots to go. For 3, George. The rebound by Carter. Magic leading by 9. Here's Bane. And the powerful one-handed slam.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
Here's George, following the bucket by the Magic. Pass to Nurkic. Over Carter. Here's Bailey. And here's Markkanen. Black defending. Shot clock at 5. And here's Bailey for 3. No good on the shot. And Here are the Magic now. They're on a 12-4 run. And it's Black penetrating. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Soft defense. I mean, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points inside.
Orlando shooting their first free throw in this game. Well, it's hard to stop a 6'10" wing who can handle and play through contact. And the Magic have two of them, Grant.
Yeah, the number is remarkably similar for Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner. Banchero is stronger and more of a rebounder, but both of them are stars.
Get that out of here, Jalen Suggs. Send it back, young sir.
And yep, it's good. Suggs has got 13.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Now George. A really disappointing game for him in that loss to Orlando. Launches it, hitting his third shot in 7 looks.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Now the Magic with it. They're on a 17-7 run. Here's Suggs. And he sinks it again. 7 of 7 from the field now.
And early on, they've been on a tear, just getting whatever they want offensively.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Jazz trail by 15. George passes to Nurkic. Here's Bailey, guarded by Bane. Blocked!
Smart defending. You're rarely going to catch Bane out of position.
From deep, Banchero. Pure from three-point range. He's got 11. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Magic.
Yeah, I love the energy and aggressiveness I've seen from them on defense. They're really getting after it with all these blocks.
I think the other thing they're doing is they're wearing out the opponent in transition, exploding up the floor for easy chances.
An impressive display. How about that look on the AT&T connected cam? Orlando leading by 16. Here's Black. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Wow! Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
Orlando's gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. Here's Banchero. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
Well, you can see the team is just continuing to call his number. Until the defense figures it out, it ain't going to change.
Jazz trail by 18. Pass to Markkanen. Here's Bailey, guarded by Bane. It's Markkanen on the wing. 5 points in the game.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Here's Black. Off the left rim and out.
Oh, he'd like to have that one back. That's in his wheelhouse for sure.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Jamal Mosley gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. He's focused on Jaren Jackson Jr. tonight, always a big problem for opponents. Coach told me Triple J does the 2 things we all want, hit threes and block shots. He's won a Defensive Player of the Year, so we're talking about one of the toughest guys to game plan for because he's really good at both ends. Guys, back to you.
Allie, thank you. Now here's Markkanen. He's given them steady production at over 27 points a game. And here's George. Back to Markkanen. The 3. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. George has got 4 assists in the game.
Whatever the range is, Lauri Markkanen has it. He is such a sweet shooter.
And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. will make substitutions. And now let's see who the best rookie rebounders have been during the last 10 games. Second, Kyle Filipowski.
You have to appreciate the energy he shows down in the paint, using his body well to push around the other guys and keep his position.
And it's the Magic with the ball. 13-point lead. Here's Richardson. And he throws it down with one hand.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
I'll tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
And it's Utah with the ball. After the basket by Orlando.
The way they've gotten after rebounds has been impressive.
Magic leading by 15. And Orlando again with the bucket.
And from the mid-range area, they've been the more effective team.
Here's Collier. 20 points for him last game against the Magic in Orlando. Pass to Sensabaugh. That one falls.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Orlando has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. And last season, the Jazz with the worst record in franchise history.
You're losing with a plan, though. Utah, such a smart organization. If you're going to tear it down to the studs, do it in a good draft year.
First one falls for him. Well, after the Magic traded away Dwight Howard back in 2012, seems like they spent about a decade in limbo, Grant.
That's so true, B.A. And once they finally committed to building through the draft, the turnaround was pretty rapid, showing the upside of drafting and developing from the ground up.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Kevin Love's checked in for Jackson, and Williams is subbed in for George. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And you look for bright spots in this developing core for Utah, Grant. What stands out?
Well, I think it's the front court, B.A. You have two gifted scoring forwards in Markkanen and Bailey. Then you've got Walker Kessler, an elite shot blocker, manning the middle.
The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
Orlando shooting their fourth shot at the foul line here. Shibwe's checked in for Love. Here's Collier. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pass to Sensabaugh. Utah moving the ball around. Just 5 on the clock. For 3, Collier. Orlando with the rebound. Right side, Richardson. No good on the 3. And Williams has got the ball here for the Utah Jazz. To the inside. Shot's good by Sensabaugh. Sensabaugh's got his second basket.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half. .157 left to play in the first. From downtown to
2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Now the D giving him a little bit of space beyond the three-point line, and that's all the room he needs.
We've got 1:48 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Collier, giving this team some energy, averaging a little over 10 points a game. To the paint. Powered down after the assist led him to the lane.
With the explosive leaping ability, he's able to play center despite being undersized.
Magic leading by 19. Here's Richardson. Williams grabs the board.
He forced that one. Not a productive trip up the floor.
And in a way, by taking that one, he's bailing out the defense. It's just too easy to stop.
With 2 hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way. Black with it. Playing Utah, he was nearly unstoppable. Shot from the wing, and that's good for 2. 7 points in the game.
Just love the unselfishness there. Keep the ball moving. Good things happen.
Here's Filipowski, and he dunks it down.
The lead pass is on the money. Make it so easy for your teammate.
Orlando has gone 3 of 4 on threes here in this first quarter. Here's De Silva. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. 46 seconds left to play in the first. Down low. Here's Shibwe. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
I'll tell you, delivering the basketball in tight spots is not easy, but he made it look that way.
They are blowing this one open.
Maybe the only question is how big will this lead grow?
It's hauled in by Collier. The Jazz shooting 55%, an ideal start so far. We've got 22 seconds left in the first quarter. Left side, Williams. 5 on the clock.
Back door.
Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Batase. Pass to De Silva. Over Williams. De Silva with the bucket. And the Magic lead by 19.
Boy, nice pass. A little ball movement, a little player movement. That's how you play this game.
Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Orlando ahead, up 19. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. Guys, we've seen the Magic really take control here.
They're getting a big contribution from the bench already.
As a coach, I think you get a certain feel for what your team needs, and credit this guy for not waiting around. He went ahead and made the adjustment.
Well, when we talk about what it takes to win a championship, star power is often the first thing mentioned, Doris.
Well, B.A., we know that talent is what wins basketball games at any level. There's no question. You need one star, and more often than that, at least another. But really, overall roster construction is critical.
On the floor for Utah, getting going in the second. John Conchar is out there with Kyle Filipowski. Then there's Collier, then there's George, and it's Sensabaugh in at the 3.
Yeah, really, Bane is more of an inside or outside guy. He has to adjust for the mid-range.
Here's George. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The Magic building up a roster of players who D up. Coach Jamal Mosley said, your culture is the type of guys you bring in, the type of people you have around. If you're a defensive team, then you probably have defensive guys. You can't be that and have all shooters that don't defend. Back to you, Brian.
Yeah, they've got the personnel. Thanks a lot, Allie. Richardson against George. Richardson, that's good. Richardson's got 9.
Boy, in the lane, making things happen. Nice effort.
Now here's George. Starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Driving in, the dunk with a foul on top of it. So strong.
Oh, what tremendous focus to absorb the contact and find a way there to finish.
Utah shooting their first free throw of the contest.
Sends it up. 1 shot.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
And about a minute gone in the second quarter. Richardson with it. Guarded now by George. Nice spin off the left rim and in. 11 points in the game.
His shooting has been fantastic, and this team has leaned on him.
Pass to Sensabaugh. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Bang, bang. Doesn't get much simpler than that.
Orlando leading by 16. Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. Richardson, that's good.
Yeah, just late help on the defensive side. I mean, just another breakdown for them.
And I'll tell you, you look up at the scoreboard, that's correct. They have a big lead for a reason.
Here's Sensabaugh. 11 points in the game. And he can't get that one. Some solid D from Batadze. Orlando has gone 3 of 4 from distance in this game. Shoots over George. And Orlando tacks on 2 more. Jazz trail by 20. George outside. Pass to Conchar. Back to George. 3-pointer. And it's Bane with the rebound.
Boy, after dropping 2 triples in the first quarter, he hasn't hit another yet.
Pulls up on the wing, and it falls all over the rim and in. Batadze's got 4 points this quarter.
And taking a look at this first half, they've just shown better shot selection.
And I think, obviously, we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
Here's Collier. Still no points. The shot by Filipowski, no good.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And again, it's Orlando converting.
The mid-range jumper isn't the most popular shot these days, but it's working for them.
3 minutes of action thus far in the second. Now George. He's got 12. And here's Filipowski. Pass to Collier. Looking to win the run. That one is off.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot most possessions.
Pulls it from 20. Can't get it to go. His second miss in 6 tries. George with it. Richardson picks him up. Out to the right wing. Here's Sensabaugh. And all around the rim that time before dropping. Sensabaugh's got 13.
Boy, as strong as he's been, they're going to need him to continue shouldering the load to try to break through.
And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. checked in for Orlando. Black comes in for Richardson. Jackson, he's checked in for Utah. Markkanen comes in for Sensabaugh. And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played. Here's Black. Utah grabs the miss. Well, when this one's done, they'll be off to Miami, taking on the Heat. That'll be the last leg of a 6-game road trip for the club. Jackson gets the bucket.
Yeah, Jackson Jr. does have this in his bag. The big man can punish you from range.
Magic leading by 19. 17-foot shot on the way. Black, no good. And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Jazz. Inside. And George with the basket on the assist from Collier. George has got 4 points now in the quarter.
This is why you select Keontae George. This guy is very capable of huge offensive nights.
Here's Black. He has 7. Here's Bain. And another miss by Orlando.
That's not a bad shot, but this isn't really his shot.
You got to give Isaiah Collier credit. He's a young player who knows his role, Horace.
One of those guys who's easy to play with because his primary job description is facilitator. Give this young man credit for finding open teammates. That certainly endears you to the veterans.
His ability to shoot off the catch is a big plus. Banchero has quick reactions, a really versatile scorer.
George passes to Markkanen. Pass to Collier. Oh, there's the alley! And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Collier.
Wow, not sure what happened there. Yikes.
Sensabaugh is checked in for Utah. Magic leading by 19. Black outside. Pulls up, high post. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. Black's got 9.
Boy, you give him that good a look, he is going to typically make you pay.
Here's Collier. No made baskets yet. Kicks it out to Jackson. Fires the 3. Buries it from 3.
That's his second bucket from range this quarter after hitting none in the first.
Orlando has gone 3 of 4 from distance in this game. Here's Black. Tips it. Here's Banchero. Soft touch off the glass. Banchero's gotten 4 this quarter.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
To the middle. Here's Markkanen. And Markkanen with the stuff.
This is a 7-footer with some big-time vertical. Markkanen makes that look effortless.
They have really been in control of this one.
You don't want to get complacent here.
From about 19, they get it back. Here's Batase. And he gets it back. Over Jackson. Misses off the right iron.
Can't blame him. Just trying to take what the defense allows.
And the dunk by Jackson.
Yeah, you have to admire the size and strength of Jackson Jr. Just fantastic work establishing himself inside and slamming it down.
Orlando leading by 16. Releases. And the basket by Bain. He has 6.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Pass to Collier. Drives to the hoop. Tipped. Now here's Black. George defending. Shot on the wing. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. Utah with the ball. George with it. He's got 14. The quick look, no good that time.
Oh, the defense very willing to live with that mid-range jumper.
Fires, high post. Banchero, no good. Jazz trail by 20. George outside. Pass to Collier. And here's Jackson. Here's Sensabaugh. He's got 13. And stolen by Bain. Now here's Batase. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Sensabaugh. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist.
Assist goes to
George has got 7 assists in the game.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
Orlando leading by 18. Here's Batase. Orlando again missing.
He's been off this whole period, unable to sustain any kind of consistency.
George against Bain. Now here's George. Defense is right there. And the Jazz tack on 2 more.
Look, guys, the game plan is easy tonight. With the rhythm Keontae George has established, just get him the ball.
And stolen by Jackson. The 3 is up. And it's Bain with the rebound. Orlando has gone 3 of 4 from distance in this game. Banchero drives. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
He will muscle his way down the lane. Watch out when Banchero comes tumbling by.
And the Jazz with possession here. They trail by 18. George passes to Markkanen. For 3, Collier. It's hauled in by the Magic. Batase's got his 6th rebound on the night. The Magic shooting really well here in the second quarter, 54%. And Orlando again with the bucket.
Boy, slow start for him out of the gates, but you can feel that rhythm building.
Here's Collier. He's scoreless. Markkanen outside. 6 to shoot. George outside. Here's Jackson. The shot that time not on target. Some solid D from Batase. Orlando leading by 20. Here's Bain. And he finishes. That makes him 4 out of 5. And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
Lots to talk about here, guys. I mean, losing momentum and looking for answers.
I think here you have just got to get back to what you do best and then live with the results.
comes in for De Silva. And Suggs is subbed in for Bain. Then for Utah, Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Sensabaugh. Bailey comes in for Collier. And it's Vince Williams in for George. And Williams has got the ball here for Utah. Pass to Bailey. It's Markkanen on the wing. Lets the three fly. Orlando with the rebound. Batase's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Lets it fly. And Orlando tacks on 2 more.
Making plays at both ends of the floor, and it shows up in the box score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Here's Nurkic. Orlando making their last shot. Markkanen with it. He's picked up by Banchero. And it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here. So a moment now to see the story for Keontae George. Will it go? Orlando on D. They lead by 24, their biggest margin. Jackson outside. Pass to Williams. From the arc. Orlando with the rebound.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Carter and Orlando tacks on 2 more.
Guys, you can see why Wendell Carter Jr. was a top 10 pick. That's big-time talent.
Now Markkanen jacks up a 3. Again, Markkanen missing.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
Yeah, he has a really nice feel from that spot, and the size gives him a clear advantage.
Well, sometimes when you've got size, your release point is so high that you're going to get a good look no matter what.
Boy, this guy's been a monster this quarter. His team has needed it.
Here's Orlando. They're on a 16-7 run. The 17-footer. And Orlando tacks on 2 more.
And usually teams go on runs from a bunch of layups and dunks, but that's not the case here.
Well, the Jazz shooting about 45% during the second quarter. To the paint. Here's Jackson. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass. Jackson's got 13 points in this quarter. .41 seconds left in the half. It's Suggs with a drive. Good work there as he goes.
Yeah, Jalen Suggs has found his rhythm, and now he's keeping his foot on the gas pedal. He is leaving no doubt that the defense could have a tough night.
The Jazz shooting around 50% of the game so far. Williams passes to Bailey. Now Jackson. He's got 17. And they're pushing it up. Bataze with it. Jackson in his pocket. 2 points. That one goes. Bataze's got 10 points.
This guy has absolutely owned this quarter. This is how you lead by example.
Marking it inside. Working on Banchero. Kicks it out to Jackson. Williams looking around. And so it's Orlando in total control. Up by 29 going into the break. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Speaking with Jamal Mosley, Coach, I know you told your team before the game, let's be ourselves. Keep doing what we've been doing. So far, so good?
That was it. We've been here for a reason. Like, we've done it all year long by playing together, playing as a team, playing as a unit, defending at a high level. And these guys, that's what we need to do more of.
Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate it, Allie. And we'll be coming right back after this break, ready for the third quarter.
Welcome to halftime, everybody. Before we go any further, a look ahead to the games yet to be played tonight. Out in Boston, it'll be the Celtics against the Knicks. That one gets going at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time.
It's one to watch, kind of a heavyweight matchup.
That's my favorite.
And now, how about that first half? Talk about a dominating display for the Magic.
Their efficiency on offense has been off the charts. Credit them for coming out and executing.
The players are happy, the coaches are happy. Let's see if that sticks in half number 2. Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Paolo Banchero with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, I love how effortlessly he scored. The game just comes so easy for him.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Here's George. Suggs and Bain team up as the backcourt. Banchero and Carter Jr. make up the front court. And it's Black in at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic.
That's just about size right there. Big Nurk, get up and get down.
Orlando has gone 3 of 4 from distance in this game. Here's Suggs. And he gets that one. Suggs has got 19 points.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
And it's Utah with the ball. Orlando making their last shot. Bailey's shot is off.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Lets it go from the wing. And Orlando tacks on 2 more.
And I think we're going to see a lot of nights like this from Banchero. He is built to score and never seems to take a play off.
Marking it outside. It's Jackson, high post. Utah moving the ball around. And Nurkic throws it down.
Oh, how about the dime? You love that unselfishness.
And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway. Suggs, the pass to Carter. Fires from the wing. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Carter's got 8.
I'll tell you exactly the start to this half that you're looking for. He's taken 3 shots. He's made 3 shots.
And Nurkic throws it down.
Yeah, there is an art to working for the best shot available, and that right there is it.
The Magic have gone 3 of 3 in this second half. Doris, while he's selective about it, Jusuf Nurkic has added a 3-pointer to his game.
I think if you're a big in the modern NBA, you understand that your game is always about adapting to what's next. And listen, you have to be selective if you're just adding this element, but Jusuf Nurkic trying to evolve.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. Well, Paolo Banchero has the Seattle skyline tattooed on his shoulder, and he says guys from there naturally have a chip on our shoulder because we feel like we're not seen as much as some of the other places around the country. Being born and raised, my mom and dad from there, it's in my blood. Guys?
A lot of pride in his hometown. Thanks a lot, Allie. The Jazz have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to go since the break. George with it. 16 points for him. Marking it outside. And there's Bailey. That one's good. On the assist by Markkanen.
Their offense is really humming right now, and it's because of the beautiful ball distribution.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Lets it fly from 18. And Orlando tacks on 2 more.
Hey, they are really exploiting openings in the mid-range. 10 straight points from that area.
Here's George, a guy this team turns to often, averaging almost 24 a game. George sets a screen, and here's Bailey for three. Knocks it down from distance. Bailey's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
It's good.
Boy, terrific move by the big man, Wendell Carter Jr. So much athleticism. This guy is cooking.
Now here's George. Pass to Nurkic. The three is up. It's good. Set up beautifully by George.
3 points.
He's got 13.
Every team wants bigs who can knock it down from distance. Yes, sir.
For Orlando, they've gone a perfect 7 for 7 and looking strong in this third quarter. Bain finds Banchero. Shoots over Jackson. And Orlando tacks on 2 more.
When every aspect of his game is moving and working, Paolo Banchero very difficult to handle.
And it's Utah with the ball. We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Nurkic's shot is good. And that's 15 points for Jusuf Nurkic.
And he's doing all he can for his team. Just perfect shooting thus far. Now, it's time his teammates, they really have to step up.
Good on the shot.
They couldn't have asked for a better start to the second half. They've been perfect from the field so far.
And so George will bring it up for Utah. Down low. Here's Bailey. And it's blocked. Here's Suggs. 19 points in the game. Banchero passes to Suggs. He's still feeling it. And Orlando again with the bucket. All right, a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Magic.
Their defense has been on point all game long. They're out hustling the shooters and swatting down plenty of shots.
And another theme in this game, to me, guys, has been how lethal they've been in transition. Attack on the break and make sure you convert.
Jackson for three. He's now 8 for 11 after that made shot.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Here's Suggs doing some damage on the offensive end, putting up a little over 14 points a game. Fires it from 18. Shot's good by Black. Black's got 13 now. Utah has gone 3 of 4 from outside in the second half. And Utah calls time here. In terms of two-way guards, Grant, Desmond Bane is as good as any. What do you see in his game?
Well, just look at him, B.A. Bane is so strong. That really helps him there on the defensive end. And offensively, a lights-out three-point shooter.
Amongst the bigs, power forwards, and centers, these are the top foul shooters. Lauri Markkanen on top.
For him, it's about remaining aggressive and trying to get to the stripe as much as possible. It's evident he's got a nice stroke from there, and he needs to continue to exploit this in his and his team's favor.
And so it's Utah with it. Pass to Nurkic. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson. Nurkic has got 17.
After an ice-cold start to this game, he is pouring it on here in the second half.
Here's Suggs. And again, it's Orlando converting.
His play is a big reason why they're ahead. He hasn't missed a shot all night.
It's George with the drive. That one drops for him. 18 points for him.
And he's a crafty scorer for a young player. George is always going to find the gaps in the defense.
Here's Banchero. And he drains the quick shot.
Oh, man. They have really heated up from mid-range.
Utah has gone 3 of 4 from outside in the second half. George passes to Markkanen. Back to George. Fires the three. Hits the trifecta. George has got 5 points now this quarter.
That three-point shooting has been on point here in the second half.
Orlando has gone 3 of 4 from distance in this game. Pulls it from the corner, and Orlando tacks on 2 more.
6 of their last 10 points have come from that mid-range area.
Utah has gotten 4 threes to fall out of 5 attempts here in the third. Pass to Bailey. Now George. There's a screen by Nurkic. Puts up a 3. George's shot is off. The Magic shooting a sensational 78% from the field in this game. And stolen by Jackson. Fast break Utah. Here's Bailey. It's good. Set up beautifully by George.
Boy, hard to operate any more efficiently than this guy has this quarter.
Here's Orlando. Milwaukee will be traveling to face them after this game, and they'll be nearing the end of their 5-game homestand.
Perfect from the field this quarter. Gotta wonder how long he can sustain it.
Now George. 21 points in the game. Pass to Bailey. Now here's Nurkic. Black defending. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Well, you love the competitiveness you get nightly from Jusuf Nurkic. The other thing you love is commitment to team, willing to back up teammates.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he can't get the first one. And Doris, you think about the top scorers in this league. They're creating those points with greater efficiency than in decades past.
Analytics is increasingly a part of the NBA. Teams are now understanding that 3 is more than 2, and if you don't make enough of them, you have a math problem. And then the other highly valued shots in the game, and maybe the most valued shots, are restricted area 2s. Listen, let's be smart about the game. One of the things I think teams love when you have Jusuf Nurkic is the kind of physicality he brings nightly in the middle of the paint. This is a guy who's capable of 20 and 20 on a good night.
Here's Collier. Yet to see a basket. Here's Jackson. That one goes. And that's his 9th made shot in 12 attempts.
And guys, I'd keep it simple. Keep running plays for Triple J. He's been awesome tonight. Left side, Richardson. Shoots over Collier.
They get it again. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
That, to me, is exactly the kind of play you want from Mo Wagner. Aggressively chasing the rebound and getting a second chance opportunity.
Filipowski, he's checked in for Nurkic. Free throw good. Wagner.
Well, what we know about Mo Wagner is that he has consistently grown over the course of his NBA career. This guy has versatility as a scorer. He has tremendous energy that he brings nightly, and he wants to get better.
Strong performance from him, but he may need to do even more if they're going to win this game.
Here's Richardson. 13 points in the game. There's the drive. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
They respond immediately with as much power as possible.
Man, you talk about a heavyweight battle. Both teams landing blows here. Here's Collier. Beyond the arc. He buries it from 3. Collier's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
And he comes up with a bucket.
Boy, remarkable how efficient he's been scoring the ball. He feels good right now.
How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambled.
Here's Collier. 4-3. That one no good.
Boy, this has not been his night. The effort's certainly there, but he looks disjointed.
Orlando has gone 3 of 4 from distance in this game. Howard's shot's good.
Boy, this guy not necessarily a knockdown threat from deep, but when you give him that type of room, he will make you pay.
Utah shooting an efficient 57% tonight. Jackson on the wing. Inside. Kicks it to George. Jackson with a screen on Richardson. George for 3. It's rebounded by Wagner. Orlando has gone 4 of 5 from outside the arc in this one. And here's a look at what's coming up for the Orlando Magic. On Monday, they'll take on Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks.
When you look ahead, there are a lot of winnable games, but you really can't think that as a player. You have to take every opponent seriously because this is the NBA. No game is a freebie.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. A different look here for Utah. Conchar, he's checked in for Jackson. Williams comes in for Markkanen. And Sensabaugh subbed in for George. And so he makes both from the line. Here's Collier. To end the run. De Silva with a rebound.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
And the Magic call time here.
All right, let's get to another court. Come on and get loud for your Breakers Dance Crew.
And the list of rookie leaders in assists over the last 10 games. Isaiah Collier on top.
And some of the passes he's made during these last 10 games have been incredible. You can tell he's brimming with confidence right now.
Orlando has gone 4 of 5 from outside the arc in this one. Right at the free throw line. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Howard's got 5 points in the quarter.
I love it. Instead of going ISO, you make a play for someone else.
To the inside, Sensabaugh. Howard with a block. And they're able to recover. Pass to Sensabaugh to halt the run. It's rebounded by Wagner. The Magic shooting an out-of-this-world 77%. Here's Howard. And Orlando again with the bucket.
I just love the ball movement.
.141 left in the third. For three, Collier. No good.
Boy, this is the story of the night for this guy. He's taken a lot of questionable shots.
And here's Howard. He has 7. No good from 18.
A wasted trip down the floor. That's not a good shot at all.
Well, missed opportunities, and they can certainly add up. You cannot afford to take that kind of shot.
With 2 hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way. Utah shooting their 4th attempt at the line tonight. Gaines checked in for Howard.
One shot.
Richardson with it. He's got 19. Shoots over Collier. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him. Richardson's got 21. Utah shooting 54% from the field so far in this one. Pass to Sensabaugh. Down it goes. Jam that one home.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
Here's Richardson following the bucket by Utah.
Isaiah Collier. 2nd personal foul. 3rd team foul. At the line for 2, Richardson.
Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
And really strong at the line since the break.
Bataze's checked in for Orlando. It's also good, so he hits both free throws. 40 seconds left in the third quarter. And Richardson comes to help. Here's Sensabaugh, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
If you bring a double at this level, it can lead to some easy hoops.
Orlando has gone 4 of 5 from outside the arc in this one. Williams grabs the board.
This guy does not love to operate in the mid-range, and it showed right there.
Pass to Collier. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Utah moving the ball around. Off target from three-point range. Now here's Richardson. Not a lot of room.
I think we can say that shot is well within his range.
Yeah, let's hope so. Puts up a deep three. And that's not gonna go. Misses at the buzzer. Paolo Banchero getting it done for Orlando. A tremendous offensive output. He's got 29 tonight. More 2K action in just a moment. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Here's Richardson. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth. Williams is out there with John Conchar. Then it's Kyle Filipowski. Then there's Keontae George. And it's Sensabaugh in at the 2.
And clearly not enough defensive presence there.
Boy, he just took advantage and a ferocious jam.
You know, but at this level, almost any guy can throw it down on you if you leave him wide open.
And Utah has possession. Orlando making their last shot. Pass to Filipowski. 5 to shoot. Filipowski sets a screen. Here's Sensabaugh. This one for 3. Yet another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He has been one step ahead of the defense all game long. And you think about the Defensive Player of the Year award. It tends to go to big men. Any thought of dividing the award into 2? Maybe one for perimeter players and the other for big men?
Absolutely not, Brian. What we need to do is consider that the single most important thing it is for your defense nightly is guarding the best point guards or wings in the league. And the voters have got to understand it can't only be about big men.
Yeah, every coach wants assisted buckets. Guys like George, they move the ball.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute played. Richardson against George. Richardson, no good. The Jazz shooting is around 55% so far. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Wagner. Wagner's got 4 rebounds now. And just about a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Utah has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. George outside. No good with the triple. For Orlando, they've gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Shoots. Matase can't hit.
Oh, the defense very willing to live with that mid-range jumper.
From 18 feet away, George with the bucket.
Keontae George.
George has got 23.
Well, Keontae George, a crafty finisher in that mid-range.
On the wing, Richardson. George defending. No good, a bit long that time. The Jazz have gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. It's George on the wing. And again, it's Utah.
Oh, beautiful pass. My goodness.
And we continue to see the value of NBA franchises climb. Grant, are you glad you got in when you did?
Oh, yes, I am. I think beyond, though, the dollars and cents, it's just the joy of having a hand in the growth of this game and this league that we all love so much.
And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for Utah. Williams on the wing. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Wagner. Wagner's got 5 rebounds in the game. Orlando has gone 4 of 5 from outside the arc in this one. And another miss by Orlando. For Utah, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in the fourth quarter. George, right side. Back to Filipowski. And he goes in for the dunk.
He was grabbing the rim to extend the hang time.
Hey, maybe making sure the landing was kinder than the takeoff. Timeout called, the Magic.
Who loves a t-shirt? Make some noise! All right, fans, get on your feet and make some noise for t-shirt time! Which latest section wants a t-shirt? The loudest and craziest fans get a free t-shirt. Let's hear it, fans!
Orlando making a switch here. Isaac's checked in. Then for Utah, Jaren Jackson, he's checked in for Filipowski. Markkanen comes in for Conchar. And Mikhailuk subbed in for Sensabaugh. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Here's Richardson, and some very quick points for him on that possession. Richardson's got 6 here in the quarter.
And trying to put the game away, he's been nails all evening.
And he hasn't forced much tonight. I love the efficiency he's giving to them.
That lack of defensive intensity is not going to stop a player of his caliber from scoring.
Orlando has gone 4 of 5 from outside the arc in this one. The 15-footer. Utah grabs the miss.
Sometimes it's just not your night. Fortunately, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Here's Jackson. Can't cash in the 10-footer. The Magic shooting 71%. Their offenses look unstoppable all game long.
The very definition of a stretch big. Mo Wagner finding his way into the mid-range. Nicely done.
For Utah, they've gotten 6 of 10 attempts to drop in the fourth quarter. Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
Oh my goodness. Jaren Jackson Jr., get that one trending, please.
And thanks to AT&T for a great look at that dunk on their connected cam. Here's Richardson. A lot of people think the NBA has never been better, Doris. What's your favorite thing about the league right now?
Yeah, you can't ask me one favorite thing. I mean, these players are at the most skilled I've ever seen them. The tough shot making's ridiculous. The three-point ability off the bounce. Do you know how hard it is what some of these guys are capable of doing nightly? Please.
I got you, man. Hey, don't let him go left.
One shot.
That's what's up. Hey.
For Utah, they've gone 7 for 11 so far in the fourth. Pass to Markkanen. Back to George. Lays it up and banks it in. George has got 8 points in the quarter.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assists.
George against Richardson. Shoots over George. Richardson, no good.
Let's be honest. That's not a shot he should be taking.
Well, it's hard to imagine that the play was designed to go in that direction. Boy, I'd be surprised if we see that again.
Puts it up from 15. Utah grabs the miss. Williams has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Down low. Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Punching it inside, attacking the heart of that defense. I love it.
Orlando has gone 4 of 5 from outside the arc in this one. Isaac for 3. Utah grabs the miss. Williams has got 8 rebounds in the game. He takes it in, and Williams punches it home.
Woo! B.A., that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good. On the wing, Isaac. Sinks the tray. Isaac's got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Jazz. It's Markkanen on the wing. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Orlando calls timeout. And with the cap, many teams looking for cheap young players to fill the bench. How does that affect the mid-level vets?
Again, B.A., I go back to how difficult roster construction and sustaining a quality roster are. The mention of youth here is about, listen, you have to hope your draft choices work out well, and you have to hope your young players develop quickly because they are on team-friendly contracts.
Fans, who wants a free t-shirt? Make some noise! It's time for t-shirts!
While we have a moment here, let's take a look at our player of the game. Someone who really took over and earned this award tonight.
This has been one of the most dominant performances I've ever seen. What's incredible is he has no off switch, just a tremendous motor, and he's making an impact on every single possession. And look at him. You think it's just another game. He is totally in control of his emotions.
Hey, if you want to earn a whole new legion of fans, this is how you do it. A sensational performance off the bench, one that's sure to earn him more minutes next time out. Orlando has got 5 of 7 threes to drop here tonight. Here's Wagner. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson.
The attention to detail on defense, Jackson reads shooters well and knows when to go for blocks.
And how about that replay? Man, you got to appreciate the hustle on defense.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
Pulls up on the wing. Robinson. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
George outside. Pass to Bailey. And Richardson comes to help. Now here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Orlando has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Here's Wagner. And it's Orlando with another.
This guy is such a pretty jump shot for a 7-footer. One of the traits that sets Wagner apart is the ability to make jumpers consistently.
And for Utah, they're shooting 56% today. And the jam by George.
Oh, he really fought for that one. Battling through contact to complete the play.
First team foul. Shooting for the Jazz, Keontae George. At the line for 1.
One shot.
That's good from George.
And there's no question George can fill it up. For him, it's about focusing on shooting good percentages.
Pass to Richardson. Outside Robinson. Over George. Robinson can't hit.
That's not a bad shot, but this isn't really his shot.
Takes it inside. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
And slammed that thing through.
A nasty 2-hander. And so here is Orlando. It's guarded by Markkanen. Counted.
Boy, nice pass. A little ball movement, a little player movement. That's how you play this game.
George against Richardson. Markkanen for 3. It's good.
Lowry,
Set up
Markkanen.
beautifully by George.
3 points.
Love to see the 7-footer Markkanen go right up with it. Doesn't give the defense time to react.
Out of bounds. It'll go to the Jazz.
To Utah.
Now here's George. Pass to Bailey. Back to George. Utah moving the ball around. Markkanen from long range. And again,
Lowry,
another
Markkanen.
assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
He's doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
Here's Richardson. Shoots over George. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. Richardson's got 11 points in the quarter.
Boy, his offensive game has changed the tenor of this basketball game.
George passes to Markkanen. Here's Nurkic. And Nurkic throws it down.
Boy, what a night for Jusuf Nurkic. They have gone to him time and again, and it's paying off.
Magic leading by 22. Here's Wagner. The rebound by Jackson.
Boy, if he ever finds his footing, they'll be in even better shape. Right now, his teammates carrying him.
And the jam by George.
Yes, sir. George with the flush.
Orlando has got 5 of 7 threes to drop here tonight. Robinson passes to Richardson. Goes up on the wing. Robinson can't hit.
Well, it's a make-or-miss league. Sometimes the Jays just don't fall. It wasn't a bad shot.
Markkanen from long range. Yes, sir, with the 3.
They're really employing a deep-range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. group. Magic leading by 17. Banchero right side. Drops it in from 14 feet away. Banchero's got 31.
Boy, Banchero nails that mid-range with ease.
George outside. Markkanen from long range. The three is in.
I love his approach and attitude right now, doing everything he can to keep his team in it.
Orlando has got 5 of 7 threes to drop here tonight. Here's Bane. Tries from 19. Out of bounds. It'll be Utah's ball.
Jazz ball.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. They trail by 16. From deep. Can't get it.
I mean, apparently he still has the green light to shoot threes, but he is in an absolute funk right now.
Puts it up from 12. Rebounded by Markkanen. Jazz trail by 16. Bailey. The three is off. Orlando has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Banchero fires. Nurkic with a rebound. Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
Things are definitely working offensively. A balanced attack is just so much harder to defend.
Now here's Nurkic. Markkanen. The three-pointer is true from Markkanen.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Well, granted, 6'10", 250. Banchero is a guard in a big man's body.
Yeah, B.A., he has a great handle, which allows him to get wherever he wants on the floor. And the vision to create for his teammates, too. But if you put a smaller guy on him, he plays bully ball.
First free throw is good.
And the playmaking skills Banchero has already are outstanding. Just such a unique young player.
And Banchero drops them both.
As much as Banchero's going to get to the line, he wants to be more efficient.
Jazz trail by 15.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Magic.
Free throws were a major factor tonight.
It's nice to get a lot of shots at the line, but then you need to convert them. They did that, and it paved their way to a win.
And this will give them their 28th win of the year.
And they didn't deviate from their game plan against this team. It's what helped them win their first 2 games against them. Add another one to the win tally for them.
And for the Jazz, they're shooting the rock at 58%. Nurkic outside. And he drives in. Yet another assist.
25 assists. What an unselfish performance.
Looking like Scott Skiles right now with all these dimes. Here's Orlando. 13-point lead. Oh, he dropped in a sweet J.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
No question. They've got hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level. Oh, rising up from the mid-range, but doesn't exactly look confident about it.
Carter against Nurkic. Rebounded by Jackson. There's 21 seconds left in the final quarter. Markkanen. Booyah! He sinks the triple. On the wing, Suggs. It's guarded by Markkanen. So no problem for Orlando. They get the win. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor, and they didn't allow their mistakes to get the better of them.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching tonight's game. And as we leave, we present our player of the game.